What's up, people? My name is Jack. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're new here, I upload daily content based around video editing, videography, how to make money making videos. Subscribe if that sounds interesting to you. Today, we're jumping into a cool one that I was gonna do as a tutorial, right? So I literally just changed my mind on how I'm doing this video mid-take, more or less. I was about to do it on the computer, actually doing the tutorial style stuff, but instead, I'm just gonna use essentially this video right here to break down 3 simple editing tactics for smoother transitions, how to actually transition between clips super smooth. And instead of editing the stuff together, which I think could take a little bit longer than just talking, I'm just gonna throw up examples, boom, 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 and literally just commentate on the examples and essentially break it down for you. And literally just break it down essentially. So these are gonna be 3 different tactics for actually creating smoother transitions and transitions, and also just blending the clips together, right? And these are gonna be taken from live projects that I've created. Literally just, I've already got a couple examples in my mind that I'm just gonna be rambling off. And I'm more or less just gonna break this down to you. Another cool video you could watch, not to, throw your traffic to somewhere else right away, but after this video, it'll also come up recommended afterwards. So if you forget, don't worry. But this video or that video, wherever I put it, is a pretty goddamn good video, the how to get smooth clips as a videographer. And this is something I've really been coming into proper confidence with pretty recently. Before that, I'm definitely grown as a videographer myself. And either way, let's get into it. So first off, using speed ramps is a super great tactic right off the bat. This is the most common one on this list right here. Most of you will know about this one, obviously. What a speed ramp is essentially when you speed up the end of a clip and you also speed up the beginning of the clip that's coming right after it. So it kind of creates this effect where the clip A sort of fast forwards into clip B. Now the actual science behind this is all that's happening is, the final clip just goes so fast the eye can't really tell where the cut is. So when the other like clip A essentially goes super fast at the end, clip B goes super fast at the beginning, they look like they flow into each other, despite the fact that one of them literally just goes super speed, the other one goes super speed as well, and there's a hard cut right there in the middle, but you don't actually see the hard cut because of the fact that it goes so fast. And that's really what you're trying to avoid, by the way. When you're trying to actually create smooth transitions, stuff that flows into each other, that hard cut, meaning just like, cutting from one clip to another without any sort of blend or any, effect or basically any transition between them, that right there is called a hard cut. And that's kind of what you're trying to avoid, but also hard cuts are essential for a lot of type of videos, and it's not something you just want to completely get gone from your project, right? But that, as far as I'm concerned, is the lingo hard cut. And that's what we're trying to avoid. So speed ramps is a very cool tactic to do it. And that's tactic number 1. The reason I threw that first is because most of you guys will know about that. If you don't know how to do speed ramps, I'll throw up a tutorial here as well, which everything will be linked down below. Breaking down speed ramping, it's very simple. Ideally, I do it in Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm sure it can be done in a lot of other programs as well. Speed ramping, classic, tactic essentially, right? Next up, using light leaks for clips to blend them together. By the way, I'm looking at my laptop. I got 3 things written down. Speed ramps as the first bullet point. Use light leaks for clips to blend them as a second. And then use an object in the environment to mask it as the third. Just in case you think I'm looking over here reading some next level script. Because I had some dude comment that the other day. But light leaks, right? Light leaks, when overdone, can kind of mess up your project. When just done a little bit can be really, really nice. They can actually blend stuff together. And light leaks are, those kind of light overlays where, it's just a streak of light. A lot of them are crap. A lot of them are good as well, but you really have to sift through packs on packs on packs of this stuff to actually find some really good ones. And I'll tell you the type of projects these work great with, which are the projects I used, is sun-orientated projects, sunny day-orientated projects. I'll tell you why I said car in a second, but sunny day type of projects where there literally could be a lens flare in there or, some bit of light affecting the camera anyways, and you can kind of pass it off, right? This is the best way to do it. This is something I did pretty effectively in my car promo videos that I did. I shot 4 car promo videos for a car dealership in Torquay near where I live. And, it was solid videos. Honestly, had a blast shooting these videos. And we would go around Torquay, Torbay, which is sort of like, by the seaside type of thing like that, on some nice sunny days, shoot a bunch of videos. And the light leaks, some might say I might have overused these light leaks in these particular promo videos. More or less every every clip because it was so sunny. I was using these light leaks so effectively, and you know, some of them look a little bit overdone, but for the most part, I think the client was extremely happy, and myself as an editor was very happy as well with how I was able to blend these clips together using light leaks. And light leaks is super simple. It's just an overlay. You throw it on your clip, you know, you right click it, you make it screen, you make it overlay, you basically change the blending mode essentially, right, to one that you're happy with. And then, you know, you see how it's looking, and you can even combine it with some other stuff. Now, there's even light leak transitions and stuff. So for this, I would advise actually going the extra mile, just downloading some packs. You can get some free stuff, even if you type it on YouTube, free light leak overlay packs, you'll get something. But also places like Envato Elements and Videography are a good place to go to get some premium stuff. You know, you can go Motion Array. They might have some stuff there. I don't actually know how much stuff they probably would have there, but Videography and Envato Elements, which is, you know, basically the same thing, definitely have some. 2 secs. Finally, using objects in your environment to blend the next clip in. This is the most powerful form of simple editing tactics for smoother transitions. This is basically the holy grail, essentially, right? And that's using masking to efficiently bring in your next clip. Now, I've got a couple prime examples of this right here. I've done this recently in my trip to Scotland where we were walking through the woods. I was using the trees to carry on my next clip. I've also done this countless times at nightclubs where, you know, I'll be shooting the line or something like that, go past a, you know, pole or something like that, and then bring on the logo of the club or something like that, right? So this right here is the basically, like I just said, the holy grail of editing tactics to create smooth transitions, and that's not actually using any effect, not using any speed manipulation, no overlays, just what's in the environment, and of course the masking tool to you know, make it look like an object is bringing on the next clip behind it. And overall, this right here is the top tier of transitions and of smooth editing tactics to make the video flow better. And you know, that's something I would encourage you guys to do, is shoot for transitions. For example, we were shooting in a gym last Friday. Oh, a week ago today, I was shooting in a gym, and you know, I'm not too sure what your day, you're watching this probably Tuesday or something, but I'm recording it on Friday. But basically, I was shooting a week ago in a gym, and you know, there's so many poles and stuff like that. Essentially, I'm assuming definitely we're going to use some of those to you know, create some transitions and stuff like that. Even though I actually haven't even looked at any of the footage or even reviewed it at all, so who knows? But definitely, from what I remember about the environment, we'll be doing that. So to track back, there's 3 major tactics that I would use for smoother transitions, and that is, of course, speed ramps right at the top, sort of the easily accessible one. Anybody can create a cool speed ramp, and you know, it definitely creates for a nice blend between clips, as I'm sure I've shown plenty of on-screen, you know, visual representation of what I'm talking about. That was the whole objective. Like, the original thing was I was gonna get on the computer and recreate these examples with you, but I realized this can be a 10-minute video of me talking and showing examples, or a 25-minute video of me recreating them. So, you know, short and sweet, get the information across, you go crack on, create it in the way you're gonna create it. But I will create a tutorial. If you guys want me to, you know, tell me in the comments. But number 1 is, of course, the speed ramps. Number 2, light leaks. Throw that on the board. Light leaks is very, very cool. And like I said, these are environmental. So if you use light leaks in a pitch black horror movie or something, it's probably gonna be confusing. It's gonna be very confusing, rather, right? So it wouldn't make much sense. But if you're using a light leak in a nice sunny environment, or maybe you're using a light leak transition, maybe a light pans at the camera or something, you use the light to bring on the next clip, and it sort of looks like it was already in the environment. That's what I would tell you guys is the best way to use light leaks, is make it look like it's actually part of what's going on. That is hands down a great way to do it, and it's you know, seamlessness is very undervalued in edits, and I think seamlessness to me is huge in terms of the higher you get, the less noticeable the effects should be, essentially. You know what I mean? But of course, that's subjective based on my experiences. At the end of the day, finally, the holy grail is, of course, without a shred of a doubt, masking and you know, using objects in your scene to actually carry on the next scene. And especially if you're shooting a whole bunch of stuff in a similar environment with similar color patterns, you can actually use these transitions by using an object to carry something else on, aka masking, so efficiently. Like, it looks literally so smooth. My trip to Scotland stuff, where I'm walking past a tree, and then the next clip is them, my brother and my older brother, still in the forest walking about, and you know, it literally looks like perfect almost, essentially. And you know, those are a couple little things to touch on right there. Incorporate them where you can. Obviously, overdoing anything is you know, is not ideal, but I think the one you could potentially overdo if you've got clips that work for it is the object carrying stuff on, but the light leaks, the speed ramps, personally, I can't even speak. I usually choose one format of effect that I'm doing for an edit and then just repeat it a bunch of times, so I can't even talk. What am I talking about? That's more or less. My whole Scotland edit was basically a bunch of speed ramps. My whole club edit, my whole car edit was basically a bunch of light leaks, and bada bing, bada boom. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. I'm Jack. Follow me on Instagram at ItsJackCole if you're interested in connecting. I am by far the most active on Instagram. You could message me on Facebook, get a reply in 3.5 days, or message me on Instagram, get a reply in 3.5 seconds. 3.5 minutes, probably. 3.5 hours at the max. Anyways, take it easy, guys. Have a nice day. And, well, that's it. Have a nice day. Later.